Hey, welcome to this shortwave radio channel, and this is another medium wave test. This time we're going to test the medium wave signals with the XHDATA D808 receiver. I've actually been using this radio a lot. It's one of my favorites, still my favorite. One of the interesting aspects for the XHDATA D808 is that it has a longer ferrite than most portables, giving it kind of a little edge that is on the medium wave band and a little stronger signals than a lot of other portables. Of course, we're testing all of this, and we're going to test it with the Tecsun AN-48X active loop. It's of course up there here inside my home, just hung from the ceiling, and we'll actually turn it, we'll try it, and we'll see if we can improve the signal of some of the medium wave stations on the XHDATA. What's interesting is that here you'll see an indication of the signals with the signal to noise ratio in the display. Technically what we want is the first number to be the highest possible for the strongest signal possible. So this is going to be interesting because we're now going to test if this works well or not with the Tecsun AN-48X. So let's now use the coupler. Why? Because the antenna connection of the XHDATA D808 works only for shortwave. On medium wave, it's the internal ferrite that works. So when you plug in the cable, it doesn't do anything. And once again, like I said, Tecsun has this neat little thing that you plug in. It gives you a ferrite that will actually be using by coupling with the internal ferrite just by putting this near the radio. So let's see if we can actually boost that signal higher on 620 kilohertz.
President Trump, while in Davos, Switzerland this week, told reporters he thought his attorneys would do great because they had, quote, all the material.
Right now it's not improving.
Case in the days ahead, and you'll all see it.
New cases, growing concern over the coronavirus that's been blamed for
There it
17
goes.
deaths after an
Look at
outbreak.
that. We're boosting that signal even higher. Now I'm going to go and actually turn the loop to try to get the best directional pattern.
He comes as China has locked down 3 cities and canceled major events in Beijing during the Lunar New Year. Also, researchers are now focusing in on snakes for sale in a market in Wuhan, China, in which the virus may have lived and replicated. It's only a working theory right now. The coronavirus may have moved to humans from snakes.
So this seems to be really the best that I can have in a pattern. So this antenna now is very, very, very nice.
Feel like
And
you
the
are on a
orientation
never-ending
that
treadmill, staying in one place.
it's very important to orient it the way that you want for the signals that you want.
Just robbing Peter to pay Paul. Don't let the banks bully you.
So look how strong the signal is getting when it's actually in the good orientation. Pretty amazing. We're getting really an improvement on the signals, for sure.
Get off the debt treadmill and stop the endless cycle. Get free of credit card debt, timeshare, signature
this is pretty much the best way to have that antenna oriented right now. So if you see here, I've oriented the antenna in that fashion. It's kind of northwest southeast.
They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau too. Start saving money.
We've got a signal that reaches 61, 62 dB. Very clear, very good. Let's just shut down the Tecsun power so that the amplifier doesn't work anymore. And here you go. Look how low the signal is going. Removing the ferrite in the back, leaving the radio alone. We're at 39, 38 of signal to noise ratio. Signal is definitely lower, a little more noise on it. Obviously, the Tecsun antenna works well in medium wave. Let's try to find other signals that I believe 760. So,
comme le déclare le roi David dans le psaume 103 au verset 2 et 3. Mon âme bénit l'Éternel et n'oublie aucun de ses bienfaits.
So this is, we're just going to move the camera a little bit so you guys can see a little better. This is the
Louis qui pardonne toutes tes iniquités.
numbers we have for
Deuxièmement,
this station. This station is in the state of New York, just across the border. It's a religious station. For those that don't know, the funny story behind this is, I believe, and what I've heard, that here in Canada, religious stations were not, 24 hours were not allowed. And back then, they wanted to reach the area here with religious programming, so they actually opened the station across the border that would reach Montreal. Obviously, it reaches it very well. So this is with the internal ferrite. We've got a signal to noise ratio around 48, 49, 50, and the signal strength. Let's add the Tecsun antenna to it now by coupling once again and see what does it do. Can we actually improve this signal? Once again, put the volume a little higher on the radio. Just and see what we can do by tuning in. So you see here, I've turned to the sweet spot where the signal's better. We're already reached 60. Let's turn the antenna for its directional pattern to see if it can even improve better.
Pour l'humanité au calvaire sont divines. La guérison de votre corps, cher auditeur.
So we're now at 66. So once again, really improved. Look at how I can actually null out when I turn the antenna to a specific location.
Qui s'ajoutent aux anciennes. Je suis reconnaissant pour le corps médical, les médecins, les...
Look at that, it's almost impossible to hear here. I'm nulling out the station by positioning the antenna in a direction and bringing it back by actually tuning or turning the antenna to a different position. So it's really nice. And obviously shows once again that whatever radio you're going to be using, the Tecsun AN-48X antenna does work really well. Let's remove the ferrite once again. Still audible, but much weaker. So this is really nice, and kind of shows us the capabilities. Let me just tune a little higher here. I'm going to try to find something in the, I believe 13, I'm not sure, 1310. I don't tune around Mediumwave a lot, so I'm trying to find. So there's something here. Let's try this. Experiment. Here we go. Let's put the antenna, the camera, sorry, here. Bring that closer so you guys could see the signal level. So this is where we're reaching at the signal level right now. Let's see if we can actually improve this. So 20, 21. It varies a lot. Let's see if with the coupling, if we can get this to actually reach an interesting level here. So once again, using the control box. So this seems to be the place where I tune. And let's turn the antenna to get a better signal once again. Very nice. We're definitely improving the signal quite a lot. And of course the control box, if we look at the gain, let's check the gain here. Really nothing much that changes here. It's really when you get to the frequency that's important. So this obviously comes from a little further away as it skips up and down, but it is pretty amazing. I mean, this antenna works really well on Mediumwave. If you're looking for a cheap loop that does an interesting job, well, this seems to work really well right now on Mediumwave. Of course, I'll have my full verdict coming up with shortwave and longwave. But that's another test of the Tecsun AN-48X loop antenna. Here, I removed this and look at that. So much weaker. And this is the position that it had right now in order to give me the signal strength that I wanted on Mediumwave. So this one is done with the XHDATA D808 receiver. Couples well, really works very, very well. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Hope you enjoy these Mediumwave tests with the AN-48X Tecsun active loop antenna.